Hi, this is Tracy from GiftBasketappeal, and today we're going to be upcycling this plastic cornstarch container. So let's get started. So I had this container in my stash for a while, and I just wasn't sure what I was going to do to it. I could paint it. It's a plastic container, but the surface, the fact that it's flat, just leaves it open to so many different ideas. So I was looking through some of my stuff, some of the projects that I've already made, and a while back I had used my stamping block and made this sort of a square shape, but not really, but a really cute shape. I used this to create these embellishments. So what I thought was, you know what, these are flat, they would go perfect. Look at that. Perfect fit on this container. So originally I was thinking maybe I'll go ahead and paint it, but I said, you know what, I like the bright colors. I'm going to add some flowers to it, and I thought that that would be a great idea. So let's go ahead and see what we can do with it. I'm going to go ahead and glue these on to each side, and you can do one side if you want and leave the rest, but I thought these were really pretty, and each one is so unique, so it makes your container look artsy. So I'm going to go ahead and put one on each side. And all these are, if you haven't seen this video before, are the cereal boxes, oatmeal boxes that I made these from. So this is a very economical, budget-friendly project. So let's see if I can use some of this glue. And you can actually use whatever glue works best for you. This is just a tacky glue. I have so many different types of glue, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna use the glue that I actually have in my stash rather than buying more glue. So I don't want to get too close to the sides. Okay, and I'm gonna just press this on here. I think hot glue would have been too much for the plastic. Just let that hold for a moment. And if I need to go to a stronger glue, I can, but I think this might work. Let me just move that up before it dries. And so you have one side done already. I think this will be nice to give to someone who might be in the hospital or something, and they might need something pretty to look at. And we're also going to use some yarn too to add a little bit more color to it, like right around the edges here. I'm going to wrap that in yarn. Okay, once I have that on strong enough, go ahead and do my other sides. And I'm going to use this, I'm going to kind of switch up and use my art glitter glue because it just comes out faster. This will look nice sitting on someone's desk to brighten their day. And wait till you see the flowers that I'm going to put in there. And sometimes you just never know what someone's going through, and this is something you can do that doesn't cost anything, and it's just an act of kindness. So you got courage on this side. On this side you got believe. Oh, I better let that dry. So you just want to make sure you give this enough time to dry also. This one says praise, blessings, day by day. Sometimes you just have to take it day by day. Maybe if someone's in a nursing home, you can give this as a little gift. But I think anyone would appreciate something like this. Okay. Just let those dry a little bit. And this one is hope. I think that looks so pretty. I love the bright colors on here. And I think Mod Podge would work also as a glue base for these. Okay, so I'm going to let these dry, and then we're going to go ahead and decorate the top. Okay, so now that this is dry and I'm able to handle it a little bit better, I'm going to go ahead and put some of this really fun yarn that I've had in my stash for a while just right around the top here, just to make it fun. And so basically all I need to do is really start this off because the yarn is pretty light. And I'm not going to pull on it too much because I really like that fuzziness. If I pull it, it'll kind of stretch it, but I really like the way it is. It's nice and light and fuzzy, and it'll add another sort of dimension to it. And all these colors go with the colors in my embellishments. And I'm just using glue every so often, so you don't need to use a whole lot, but it'll definitely grab on. So if you have yarn in your stash, this is a great way to use it. And I'm just going to taper that off right there. And I love that. It's that little fuzzy yarn makes it look so fun. Nice and artsy. I'll put a little bit more glue there. Okay, I'm going to give that a little bit to dry, and then we'll go ahead and do the inside. Okay, so I wasn't sure how I wanted my flowers to fit in here, but I did want them to fit straight up. And I do have some foam, but it's not going to fit, so I'm going to just cut this down a little bit. Just shave a little bit off the sides and stick it right in there. Oh, still cut some more off. Let's see. Okay, and that will work. Let's see. I'm gonna hot glue it into my container because I need it to be a little bit sturdy. So let's see how that goes on there. And that's going to stick pretty good in there. And that way I can kind of just stick my flowers. Now to give it just a little bit more on the sides, just make it a little bit more stable, I'm going to put some of the moss in there. And I've had this moss for a while from Dollar Tree. So it's like a big old bag for $1. I don't like using this stuff because it can be messy, but I love the way it feels. It can act as a filler if you ever have some kind of container that you want to add flowers to. See, look at that. And I'm just pushing this down into any of the spaces. And of course, Cinnamon is here making some noise. A little bit more in there. So you see why I don't use this a lot? Look at that. But all for the love of crafting. Look at all of that. Okay, see, I'm not wasting anything. Okay, so once I'm finished with that, we're going to go ahead and start adding our flowers, my favorite part. So this is the color scheme that I have right now. This is what I'm working with. The yellow, and I got some green. I think that's going to be a nice combination. I've got the littler flowers. And I can bend and manipulate these however I want. And so isn't that going to brighten up someone's day? So I'm going to get my cutter here. I've got so much stuff on my desk. Oh, here it is, my wire cutter. Start adding my flowers in. And I just have to decide how far up or how far down I want this to be. Nice thing, I can bend these however I need to. So it's always good to cut these a little bit longer, and that way you can go shorter if you need to. Just mixing these up. I'm not going by the season, I'm just going by what looks pretty together and will make someone happy. Because flowers make people happy no matter what time of the year it is. And you see, I'm just mixing those colors in there. And so I'll have some that are higher, some that are shorter. You can do whatever you want to do. This is the cutest flower, and I haven't used this in many of my projects or recent projects. So I'm just trying to use some of the flowers that I have in my stash because I have so many of them. So, looking for a spot there. Look how cute that is. I love it. Some of these other ones. I've been holding on to some flowers. I've got a lot of flowers in my stash right now. Put some pink in there. I think it's going to need some yellow right around this side here. And this is really blending in, especially with all of the other colors on here. And I do have some green stuff I think I'm going to stick in there too. Some of these green, I like to manipulate some of my stuff here and just push it on another, in another area. I don't know if anyone else does that, but I don't mind taking some off of here to make something else. And I have something green that I can add somewhere in there. Yep, look at that. I'm going to put it in the side here. Because believe it or not, even with this small container, there's still a lot of space to fill in. But I think I have enough flowers for this. I'm going to put a yellow one in there. And so you see how this just comes together? And no one's going to say, "Ooh, look at that cornstarch container that she used as a flower container." No, they're going to be happy to get this. And so it looks pretty from either side. Look at that. That yellow and pink really goes well together. Nice and bright. And I'm just going to push a few more in there. I'm so glad to be using some of my flowers up because, I mean, really, I don't know why I'm saving them. I've decided that there is no perfect project. Saving everything for the perfect project. Just use what you have and make something beautiful. And look how fun that would be to look at, like right on your desk. And look how pretty that is. I am loving this. I didn't know that this, and see, when I made these, I wasn't sure what I'd be using them for. I thought maybe on a card or maybe in a journal, but this is pretty. Something to bring, to brighten up someone's day. And I do hope you were inspired by this. And as usual, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I will put all of the things I use for this project below. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And I love hearing from all of you, so don't forget to leave a comment below. And I'll see you real soon. Bye.